All right, here we go. About 30 seconds to the open. We'll see what happens today. This is my scans where I build my watch list, which is right here. And this is my trading area. The two charts. There you go. That's normally how it does. Got some, looks like a big gap up on the Qs and the SPYs. It's like Qs are up like $9, SPYs are up like 463. And where I'm getting that information is right here on my gap column of my market analyzer. Again, I'll be talking about these different columns to tell you the workflow that I use to try to pick the best symbol for trying to make a little money on. Day trading is difficult. It's most people fail. I just ain't quit yet. But what I've got now, I think it's the best setup I've had since I started. We'll see. We'll see. And right there, AXTI took a hard dive. Right there, it's another reason why I don't trade the open. You're up $2 or $3, and then you're down 8, and I just sit and wait. I try to trade the 30-minute open range. These are the strong scanners that I use. This is new high, and this is new low. Strong down, strong up, even stronger up. And again, I don't start putting anything on my watch list over here probably till about 15-20 minutes in, and they have to hit these scans and stay on there for a little while. They will flicker every now and then because the scans are set at pretty strict criteria. The other thing I look at about 10 o'clock, because like I said, I play the 30-minute open range, or any new highs or new lows forming. If they are, they go on the watch list. We're 30 minutes in, and they're making new highs. They may hit the strong chart or the strong scans, and so they go on this watch list right here. And we'll just wait and see. Right now, a big gap up like happened. Generally, it's difficult. Big gap ups and big gap downs are generally tough to trade. They're not your friend. Not big gap ups anyway. As a matter of fact, I've got two indicators right here that tell you dollar off high, dollar off low. Well, the Qs are already down $1.33 off the high, and the SPYs are down. Let me get this the way I want it. Yeah, they're $1.19 off the high. And the SPYs is 60 cents off the high. So big gap ups. I think big gap ups tend to retrace. So just be careful. And we'll wait and see what happens. And AXTI traded very well into the afternoon. That was like 14:30 up to closing basically. And look at that big drop. Man, I'm glad I wasn't holding that for a continuation. Yeah, that bar, that bar is, let's see, the high of that bar is 143.16. The low of that bar is 133. So $10, a $10 bar right there. Woo! I'm glad I won't in that. Alright, so let's just see what happens. We're about 4 minutes in. I do have to go somewhere, so I'm not sure if I'll get a full trading morning in. I usually just trade the morning, so we'll see how it works out. Again, nothing on the scanners yet. Nothing on the scanners. I'm just watching the new highs and the new lows. Nothing's hit the strong scanners yet. I don't really pay attention to this one. This is kind of like my experimental one scan. I've not decided what I'm going to do with it yet, so I don't really pay much attention to that one. And just good luck. Good luck on your day. Good luck. Hope I have some luck and get one or two scans, symbols that hit the scans, and I can show you what the workflow, how visual it is, how helpful it is. Doesn't mean you're going to make any money. What I'm saying is the way I've got it set up is you can see which one is your best potential trade. It may fail once you get in it, but that's what I stand by. All right, guys, we've got a couple of strong ones, ASTX and ASTS. It's about 6 minutes in. Not putting it on the scans just yet. They'll flicker. And some people would say, why don't you trade? It's on the strong scan. Yeah, well, I used to trade the 5 minute, and then I didn't. Then it was hard to tell which one. There's so many going off at one time. It's hard to figure out which one is your best trade. If you've got a way to do it, great. I never could find one. Then I went to the 10-minute open range. Give me a little more time to make a decision. Didn't do very well there either. Then I went to the 15-minute open range, and didn't do very well there either. To me, the open is very chaotic. It has no direction. You could be up $4 on the bar you're on, and then down 6 the next. You saw how AXTI did this morning, and any of these things hitting the strong scanners can do the same thing, and you're only 7 minutes in. So I don't really start adding anything to the watch list until it settles down a bit. And I like a slow, methodical climb. That's what I try to trade. Some people are very good at getting these, what I call reverse parabolic moves at the open, where they just go straight up and kind of lean over like that. And they'll get in down here and sell it up here, and they're great at it. I never got great at it. It's hard to do. You don't know which one there's 4 or 5, look right here, you got 4 or 5 that are showing on the strong, and they're showing on my strongest scanner also. I'm just going to let that die down. I'm going to let that die down because they can retrace every bit that they're up right now. And we'll just wait and see. We are 8 minutes in. And like I said, I try to start putting symbols on the watch list anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes in. I'm looking 1 or 2 good plays. I'm looking to be done by 11, sometime around 11 o'clock, 11:30, and have the rest of the day to do what I want. And other folks, they trade all day. I don't want to trade all day. I've had enough money in the bank just sitting there, unless you know, just sitting there. I wouldn't be doing this. It's enjoyable though. I like doing this. I'm like everybody else. I got to have a job. I'd rather do this than work the jobs I have. All right. Right now you got ASTX, ASTS, Fly, LUNR, CVNA. They are sticking around. It's 9:39, 9 minutes in. And again, like I said, disregard this up here. It doesn't really, it's not really, it's, again, I'm doing different settings to give different information than what's showing up here. But this is scans. This is a third party, and that's spelled SCANZ. That's where I've got it set to find potential trades that go on my watch list, and then from the watch list is where I make my decision. This is just the source. Scans is the source of my symbols, and Market Analyzer, I've got a lot of different things I look at. It helps me to decide of all the symbols I stick on here, what's my best play, my best potential, and I shoot for 50 cents to $1, and if it's fairly strong, I try to hold out for $1, $1.50. On a couple hundred shares on the low side, 500 shares on the high side. So we'll see. Goals $250 to $500 a day. Can I make that? Yeah, that can be done. We'll see. All right, 10 minutes in. We got 4 on the strong scanner. We got the same 4 on the very strong or stronger scanner. Oh well, it just flashed. Look at that. Again, that is the reason right there. I just wait. We went from like 4 to 14 on the strong scanner and 4 to 9 on the stronger scanner. And I rarely do shorts. It's up there. I'll put them on there, and it'll show you, because some people, that's what they do. They short stocks. I seem to get burned every time I trade them. So we just wait. 11 minutes in. And if you've made your money, fantastic. I'm happy for you. I would have really good days, and then the next couple days would be really bad days trying to trade the 5-minute open range. And like I said, this is a gap day. Sometimes, well, this is my opinion only. Big gap days, they're sometimes hard to trade. And I got gap information on this because it's important to know. Gaps can do 3 things: gap and go, gap and stay flat, or what you don't want to be in a trade, and I've seen it do many times, is a gap and a heavy retrace. I mean, it just turns and goes. But the Qs were up $8 from Friday. Friday. And SPYs are up $4. That's a fairly big gap. Got a lot of symbols there, folks. Which one would you trade? There you go. Got to get better at syncing up with what I'm looking at and what I'm talking about and having it on the screen. That's a lot of symbols, guys. Which one would you trade? Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know either. I'm hoping that when I throw them over on the market analyzer, you'll see which one to trade. Yeah, I've got it set up to where it's very visible, easy to pick up on. Hey, you might want to look at me. I'm the strong one. And you may not agree, but there's a bunch of different ways to trade, a bunch of different systems, workflows, whatever you want to call it, that are out there. If you got friends that are just starting out, if you like what you see by the end of the day, have them try mine. This is Phoenix Trading Tools. I don't have a website yet. It's under construction. Matter of fact, I completed it yesterday, and I've got an active link, and I'm going to make a video about the website sometime today with the active link on there, and you can go check it out. So we'll do that today sometime. Again, like I said, I've got to go somewhere, and I'll do that probably later in the evening. And the new video I'll do a video that has a link in it, and you can go check the website out. So we've got 14 showing up right here. It's bounced between 13 and 14. We have 9 right here. That's a lot of symbols. I don't know which one I would trade because I don't know which one are meeting the workflow. I don't know which ones are meeting the workflow steps that I go through. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get at least 1 or 2 good trades before I have to leave. We are 15 minutes in. I got 11 symbols on the strong scanner. I got 9 symbols on the very strong scanner. So, and again, like I said, we're 15 minutes in. This is where I try to start building the watch list. I used to look and spend hours at night looking for reports and looking, just trying to figure out a way to find good, something that's going to be a good trade. And basically what I've come up with, if it ain't moving, you're not going to make any money. So the settings that I have are stocks that are going to have potential to move. That's what I've come up with in scans. And the reason I come up with it is I looked at a bunch of charts over the years, and the stocks that seem to move had certain characteristics about them. I made notes of those characteristics and held on to those notes over the years, mental notes mainly. And I built that. I used that information, that consistent, and basically every stock that made a good move had those same characteristics on that chart. It was like duplicate. Every one. You could just lay them on top of each other. So I decided if I could find that information, or could come up with a way to find that information, then I know that stock has the potential to move. And so that's what's in the scans here. Those settings, those things that I saw were characteristic of stocks that made good moves. So, and I pretty much stick with them on a daily basis. I don't do a lot of changing on those. The scans are set. I don't change them on a daily basis. If it hits the scans, great. If it don't hit the scans, that means I'm pretty much going to have a no trade day, because there's nothing out there moving good enough for me to trade, to make a high probability trade. Low risk, high probability. 17 minutes in, we got 11 on the strong scanner. We got 5 on the stronger scanner. We got a few on the down. I don't look at the down that much, but we'll start adding. And they bounce around, so it takes me a few minutes to get them in there. And then I kind of compare. And I may have said this already, but the new high scanner, if it's 10 o'clock, a few minutes before, a few minutes after, if it's making new highs, it goes on the watch list. It goes on the watch list because it may hit the strong scanner. But like I told you, strong gap up days and strong gap down days, they're hard to trade. This is a lot of signals. This is a lot of signals. I generally don't get that many all at one time, but it's basically from the big gap up. So we'll see. We'll see which ones settle down and give us direction, strength and direction. That's a lot of signals for 20 minutes in, guys. So we just wait and see. And like I said, I'm experimenting with this one. I'm not sweating this one. I don't even look at it just yet. It's not doing anything. Alright, ASTX and ASTX are back on the scans. They can move. I've traded them before. Flex can move. It's on both scans. So we'll see. And generally, as it gets closer to 30 minutes, with this, when the chaos kind of subsides, symbols drop off, and they lose their momentum and strength. And these are my trading charts. They go along with Market Analyzer. This is a Ninja. I use NinjaTrader 8. This over here is my trading, my brokerage account. I separated them because when I first was trading, I got a lot of lag on trying to get in and out of trades, and I felt like it was because the system was overloaded. The TradeStation has their watch list, and it's called radar screen, and I'd go to buy something and it wouldn't buy, and then it would buy a few seconds later, and really got in bad fills. So I separated them. That's part of the reason I separate them. The other part of the reason is I wanted to use these indicators right here, and these indicators are another third-party indicator that I use, and I paid for this, and I do not get any kind of financial gain from talking about these indicators. I don't get any financial gain about talking about scans. They're just part of my workflow, and we'll see how we do today. They're part of my workflow, and radar screen would not hold these, but I was already having trouble with radar screen or my system, because I felt like it was lagging. So I separated the duties. All I do out of the brokerage account is buy and sell, and then the charting software does the rest of the work. And it seems to have helped quite a bit. All right. This is what we have on the two scans that I'm interested in. I've got most of the symbols over, I think. They do bounce around a little bit, so we'll see. And this is what I look at. This is where I start. I try not to do anything before 10 o'clock. And here's what I focus on. This is the 5-minute open range. This is the 10-minute open range. This is the 15-minute open range. The 20, the 25, and 30. This is where and don't get me wrong, I get FOMO too. I really do. If you'll notice, let's see which one's the best we got so far over here. Okay, above the 5-minute open range, ASTX is $4 above. That's wonderful. That's a good move. You could get that. SOXL is $6 above. I'm going to tell you that bad boy right there can move. You just be you got to be careful on that one. It can move up and down. It can move pretty quick. But those are just a quick glance. That's like I said, $6 here, $4 right there. It's dropped down to 3. And these two columns right here, I pay quite a bit of attention to. OUST was on our strong scanners. Matter of fact, it's right there. See it right there? It's over here too. It's on the stronger scanner as well. Well, let me show you something about the open. And this is why I quit trading it. It took me a long time to do it, but here it is. I have two columns here. That's dollar off high column. That's dollar off low column, dollar off high column. Look, it's hanging up here, but I actually was looking at it wrong. I was going to tell you it's down $5. My bad. Looked at the wrong column. But some of these are significantly off the high. Look at ALAB. That's one of the shorts, but it gives you good information. That's what I was trying to point out. It gives you good information. I was also trying to point out the chaos of the morning 10-15 minute of the open and tell you it was $5 down, but it's not. It's not down $5. It's only 20 cents off the high, so that's really good. So skip that, but take my word for it. The morning is chaos. But I'll give you a quick run through. This is price action on the 5. This is stochastic and RSI information on the 5. This is stochastic and RSI information on the 1. This is moving average information on the 5. Moving average information on the 1. Price action on the 1. Open range information down here on this end. Again, I don't start trying to trade until I see it breaking the 30-minute open range up or down. Again, I don't short a lot. These columns right here are, I'll go back to my explanation, these are a third-party column, third-party indicators. These two right here, this XK right here, those go along with this same website. That's Inbox Wave website. This fellow trades futures. I saw his website searching for my next way to become a consistent trader, probably within the last year or so. And I like what I saw, and I tried to trade like him. He's got buy-sell signals on there. He's got supply and demand on there. And I mean, for him, he is very good at it. Well, it didn't work that well for me, but I thought I could use the information from these indicators to do what I want to do, which I've always wanted to do, is just short momentum trades, get in, get out, and quit. They do work for that. They work well for it. This represents the buying and selling on the 5-minute chart. This represents buying and selling on the 1-minute chart. This is what we call pace up on the 1 minute and pace down on the 1 minute. And I have 1 minute information because I trade the 1 minute chart, and I don't have pace up and down on the 5 because the 1 minute can turn on you and the 5 still looks strong. So all I've got is the bare minimum on the 5 for support and confluence, and it seems to work well. But basically, you get a big number here that hits threshold. It's blue, like you see right here. You get a big number here that's green after it hits threshold. You want to look at those. You want to look at those. Those have the potential to move. Pace up is how fast the offers are being hit, and pace down is how fast the bids are being hit. So basically, it's good information, and it would not. He didn't have a radar screen indicator built, but he did have where you could put these on Market Analyzer. So I said, well, the heck with that. It's very good information. It's very visual information. I'll check out NinjaTrader, and see what's what. And I did check it out. I liked it, and it's definitely something that's great information when you're trying to decide if you have participation in a move in one of these symbols that are moving. Because like I said, it gives you buy and sell information. Um, Basically, blue is threshold buying, dark red, which I don't see any yet, that's threshold selling, and over here it's green for pace up. For pace down, it's I think the color's Peru. It's easy to see. That's why I used it. And then here in the middle, again, we got if we hit threshold, which is big buying. This is on the 1 minute chart, and this is, like I said, this is the 5 minute chart. That's going to be green, and it's easy to see. And if we can get one to line up to show us a strong move, we will see that alignment, and we're starting to see it right here. All I look for is colors. I've got blue here, missing one here, which means it's weak. I've got momentum on the 5. I'm missing one here because I want red, blue, green here, and then I want blue, green, green. Once I see that, I check price action, which is 5 minute price action. I check right here for 1 minute price action, and then I already know it's breaking out because it's at the top of my list here. This is sorts by the 30 minute, and it sorts by dollar amount. 34 cent or 50 cent above the 30 minute open range right now. And now I'm just waiting for confluence. And actually I do have it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright. I've got blue, green, red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue, green. It's 74 cent above the high. And I'm going to give it a try. That's good volume right there. It's a 30 cent spread. We're going to try it.
Order filled.
And see what happens. We got an X control on the 1, which is big. We're looking for it to continue. Maybe it can fail. But right now it's a good candidate. We got 147 on the 149. Still building. I just dropped. That's still our best candidate right now. It's at the top of the list. The one is still building. It's building 34. The 5 is still strong, but the 1 is weak. The 1 is selling. Let's see if he comes back. Like I said, the 5 is very strong. And hopefully it'll pull the 1 back up. We'll see what happens.
Order filled.
The numbers were getting more negative right here. So I sold it. Took a little loss, 200 bucks. The numbers are still getting negative. I was hoping they would turn positive. And that's another reason that I use this system is it's got objective information right here. Plus we lost our, we had our X control, which is signifies total control of the offers. But on the next candle, we lost our steepness, which we lost our momentum. And it's still number 3 on our market analyzer. And I didn't switch the trade. Dang on it. I didn't switch the trade. So all right, sorry about that. Basically first trade down 220, 228. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. All right, ASTX and others are still showing up on the strong scan, so they're of interest. Let's see what they're doing over here on the market analyzer. They're right here in the middle. They're not they have really not broken out yet, but they may, and they may be the best ones of the day. Right now they're showing weakness on the 1, so I'm not interested in trading it yet. I really concentrate on the top 2 or 3 and the bottom 2 or 3. That's how this sorts out using the 30 as the filter. Now, can they move to a $4 move and take the lead? Absolutely. Will I trade them? I'm not sure. It all depends. I'm looking for, like right here, I got blue, green, red, blue, yellow, weak. This on ON right here. So it's a candidate, and it is above the 30 by 91 cent. It's 4 cent off the high, 6 cent off the high. I got great information. I just want to see what kind of alignment we get to make another trade. Now you went big shares because of the spread. The spread was not that bad. I think it was a 30-cent spread. Probably should have gone smaller shares on the 30-cent spread. I went 500 shares. Still adding stocks. If they hit the high day scanner right now, I'm interested. ON seems to be making new highs. Let's see if it fits any of our criteria. Nope, we don't have any momentum right here. When it's gray, it's flat. I don't care if it's making new highs. It's not moving fast enough for us to be interested. Okay, this is SOXL. It's a very fast moving stock, or ETF. I'm not sure which one it is. Again, like I said, I used to look all this stuff up. I don't look it up anymore. If it's moving, I'm interested. All right. All right, it's hitting pretty good. Since I've made my first loss, I'll get a little conservative. I'll drop down on the share size. And we'll see what happens here. We've got momentum on the 1. If you don't have momentum on the 1, it's not worth looking at. And momentum is the steepness of the moving averages. That's what that's telling me right there. And again, this comes from looking at all kinds of charts, looking at those characteristics that were part of a good move. So we wait for all that to line up, and we'll go from there. Right now, we've got our leading symbol is PL. Don't know who that is. It's bouncing back and forth with AMKR. They're moving. That's all I care about. The leader is they're between 40 and 50 cents off the high, which is not bad. They're hanging in there. So we'll see. And you'll notice that it keeps the weak ones at the bottom. We're not interested in these. We're not interested in these at all. If it's not above the 30-minute open range, it's not worth trading. Not worth looking at. So we're looking for blue, like this right here, blue, green, red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue, green, and then I'll look at the other price action, information on the 1 and the 5. I look at how far it is. Is it near the high of day? And then once I see that, I move it over to the chart to make my decision, my entry. My entry comes from the chart. VSAT is flickering with meeting criteria. So we'll put it over here, and all I got to do is click that button right there, and it loads up my trading charts. And then I have to manually add it to my broker chart and go from there. So let's see what happens. All right, we're down 228, first trade. Let's see what happens here. We're getting there. It's $1.85 above. It's now our leading gainer. Let's see what happens. The heat maps are showing weakness on the 1. The heat maps on the 5 are looking great. And basically the heat maps mirror the indicator I have that colors the EMAs. Sometimes it's just hard to see the color up in the price action, so I created the heat map. And we'll go from there. We'll just keep watching. And if you'll notice here, by the end of the morning, it's 15 after 10. We have it thinning out on the scans. ASTX and ASTS are hitting new highs. Is it something we should be looking at? Absolutely. And that's why I have those scanners up there. So we're back over here. That looks pretty good for a potential move up. So we'll plug ASTS on the scan here. We've got an X control dot on the 1, which is our trigger basically. Like I said, I'm going smaller shares. I got good volume on the 1, good volume on the 5. We got steepness. I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see what happens.
Order filled.
See if we can get. I went smaller shares. I went $200 or 200 shares. See if we can get a follow through here. And again, it may fail. But at that moment, that's the one that's moving. It's got interest. It's got momentum. And we'll see if we get anything out of this. The 5 is very strong. We got strong stochastics. The 1 is showing a little bit of weakness. Let's see if it will coincide with the 5. We got positive numbers here. We have positive numbers here. We've got strong stochastics on the 5. Let's see if it pulls it back up. We just got negative numbers here. That's not good. That means there's selling coming in. Let's see if the 5 can pull it back up. Now watch those negative numbers. If they build, I get out. But the 5 is really strong. Well, they're getting more negative, so we'll probably gonna have to dump this. Five is really strong. It just went weak on us.
Order filled.
All right. Sorry about the interruptions. All right, we got SOXL, MCAR, XLK, EWY, HON, XOX, XOXL. First couple trades didn't go well. 500 down, 545. So we'll see if we can cut that loss, maybe 200, 300. MSTR is hitting the new highs. MSTX. So they go on the scanner. And SOXL, just one shy of being complete. We got good volume here on the 5 and the 1. We got good pace. It's worth looking at. So is the SMTC, even though it's leading gainer at 569 above. We got very little buying on the 1. We got no strength on the 1. So it's not a good candidate at this moment. SOXL, we'll take a look at it. We've got selling coming in. That's why I have the 1 minute price action in there. So we can see what the 1 is doing. The 5 could still look strong. So we just wait and see. And again, we had big gap ups like SOXL is a $20 gap, AMKR $6 gap. That and some of them didn't, but anytime you have a big up at the open, it's tough to trade, or a big down, it's tough to trade. They retrace. $3 gap, $4 gap, $5 gap. MSTR didn't gap, not significantly anyway. All the dark colors are anything above $5. So we'll see. See if we get a good trade to get a little of this back. And it happens the way it is. They failed. It's like I said, I don't guarantee anything with this, but the trade in the moment, if everything lines up, has your best opportunity to make a move up. Again, it can fail. They can push it down, but at the moment, it's your best shot at making a little money. And you're going to lose money, so we keep it to a minimum. HUN, AMKR, and EWY are showing up on the strong scanner. HUN is hitting high of day, so that's we need to look at that. And this is SNXX right here. HUN is, where is HUN? I know I put it on there. Well, I thought I did. I did, it's right there. It's hitting high of day, but it's still not doing anything volume-wise. We look at these 3 columns right here. We look at momentum, which is steepness of the moving averages. We're not going to trade that, even though it's on the high of day scanner. It's not moving. It's not moving like we want. So we'll just see. We'll sit tight. Our number two, our 1, 2, and 3 are SMTC, SOXL, AMKR, SNXX. Those are the ones we're really interested in. If they get alignment, they can move some more because they're the ones that have the interest. SOXL is 450 above. SMTC is 468 above. SMTC is a little weak because it's $1.30 off the high. Will it regain that? It can. SOXL, SNXX are in the 30 to 40 cent range, so they still have potential. They're holding up, so we'll see what happens. We got strength showing on the 1 on HON, H-O-N. We've got some heat map changes coming in. So let's see what it does. It's 10 cent off the high. It's 10 cent off the high, or it's making new highs. Now it's 0. We have very little volume on the 1 right here, but everything else is getting there. It's still weak, but it's getting there. Let's see what happens. Again, we got good strength on the 1 right here, but no momentum. We'll see if it gives us some alignment. All right, we got good volume. We're getting some momentum here on SOXL. It's just a little weak on the 1, and then they may not hit because I want it to be 80 and 90, and that's just weak. That's weak on the 1. Can you cheat the entry? You sure can. But since I'm down already, I'm not going to cheat the entry. I'll go small shares, probably 100 shares. We got one of those X control dots forming. That's the small one. We're only interested in the large. We got 2 out of 3. That's pretty good. We got great volume. 38 cent off the high, 25 cent off the high. It is our leading gainer. Again, I'll go back to 100 shares. We got strength on the 5. That's 90 and 90. We're weak on the RSI here. I'd like to see 80 and 90. We've got a X control now. That's a 2. We're actually looking for 3s. We trade the 3s. That spread is a pretty close spread. That's very good. But this bad boy can move.
Order rejected. Order filled.
All right. Let's see if it'll continue to move up. We got 320. It's bouncing around. It's pulling back. Let's just see if it pulls back. The numbers are still positive. This negative pace though is pushing it down. This red is pushing it down, but the numbers are still growing. It's 24.5, 25. That's what I look at. It's objective. 27, 28, 29, still growing. But this pace is hurting it. This red number down here, that's how fast the bids are hit. The 5 is still strong, very strong. We're still getting positive numbers here. 33, nope, selling. I'm getting
Order
out.
filled.
Selling, so I got out. They changed over to negative, so I got out. And now the numbers are getting smaller. They're positive, but they're getting smaller, more negative, or less positive. So objectively, you can see, and that's how it helps you. Let's see if it turns around. See the negative number right there? Now it's turned positive. It's moving back up. Again, it just shook us out. I'm going back in.
Order filled.
Very strong. We just wait and see what it does. But it happens to be our strong one right now, along with the SNXX. Of course, I wish I wasn't already down over $500. So we'll see if we can cut into that just a bit.
Order filled.
Nope. Wouldn't hold up. So we'll see. Actually, sorry, 623, down 623. And these were hitting the new high day scanner, so I'm putting them on there. And some may have already been on there. All right. This has confluence. SNXX. Very strong on the 5. Let's see if we can get some movement on the 1. Strong on the 5, strong on the 1, strong on the 5, strong on the 1, good volume on the 5. Just flickering on and off here. So I guess we just need to wait and see. It's 770 above. we'll see. A-net showing on the strong scan. I have the Q and the SPYs as a reference for like price action. Also, is it above the open range? Is it weak, strong? And because it has bearing on how these move. So they're the top two right there. Got strong fives on SOXL and SNXX, but on moving average wise, and on the stochastics. We'll see if we can get some of that $600 back. I got about 20 more minutes I can trade. Probably will not recover much of that. Selling off a little bit right here. And again, we're interested in the top 2 or 3 or 4 and the bottom 2 or 3 or 4 if you want to short. Really nothing showed up on the short scanner. Again, just it really had a big gap up. ASTS is trying to do a little more. We got good volume, and it's I can't seem to find it over here. It's right there, 99 cents off the high. It's trying. Got a $6 gap. We got strength on the, we got momentum showing on the moving averages. We got nothing on the 5 and the 1, so it's weak. Very weak. Not worth taking a risk on, especially now that I'm down 600 bucks. ON just hit the new high scanner, not on the strong scanner, but it's weak. It doesn't have the momentum we want to be in to trade it. It's weak on the 1, weak on the 5. We just wait. UAL did the same thing. It's hit the high of day scanner, but it's weak. There's no volume, there's no momentum, and there's no strength. So we're not going to trade that one. I'm not sure if I put RCO on here already or not, but it's starting to hit new high days. It's number 3 now. Let's take a look at it. We got strength on the 1, weak on the 5, momentum on the 5, momentum on the 1, no volume, no buying. That's buying on the 5, buying on the 1, pace on the 1. And we want all that lined up. We don't have it. Can you cheat? And because it is 17 cents off the high, and we do have momentum here showing, and we got strength, I wouldn't do it because we don't have volume. We have no volume. That's the 5, and that's the 1. That's low volume. So don't do it. Even though she is 333 above the open range, I wouldn't do it. The ones we traded met criteria but failed. They didn't follow through. And a lot of that is because it was a big gap up, and they've already made a big move. But I promise you, they can continue that move. That's why I entered those trades. No strength on the 1 on anything. See how it's starting to turn red? That means it's down there in the below the 10 stochastic. Actually below 10, below 20. So that's telling you it's weak. Anytime you see red, that's the stochastics right at the bottom of the range. So all this is weak, pretty much. Where you seeing red, it's weak. That's WKS hitting the high scanner. We'll see what it looks like. It's got a little bit of strength. Right now, the only thing with some strength is on the 5 is VST, and it's flickering on and off. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be my day right there, minus 600. Gluten free. All right, let's see. RCL, we've got a little momentum, but we got no strength and we got no volume. So dead in the water on that one. Maybe I should have cut those losses a little quicker. It's hindsight. You can do a lot of things in hindsight. Everything's red now. Red, 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 flat, 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 flat. And that is the problem with big gap ups. They'll go for a little bit and then start to pull back. SMTC seems to be fairly strong. It's doing a retrace, it looks like. It did a retrace on the 5 up here. It pulled back on the 5. It held on the 9. It's still above the 9. That yellow line is the 9. We've got some volume coming in on the 1 with an X control, which supposedly signifies total control of the offers. We're flat here, no momentum. Got a little momentum here, but we got really no volume. And so to trade it, I try not to trade these retraces. Look at that move right there. If you could have got that move, right, Larry? Tell me about it. Yeah, I would have loved to have gotten that move. That would have been about 30 minutes in, but it didn't hit the scans till later. It hit the scans probably right in here, maybe 10:17. But it's hard to see them all, guys. It's hard to see them all. Now that is a good move. So the 30-minute high before it broke out was actually the high of the 5-minute bar up. If you'll see right there, that was the highest bar through this whole range here, this whole move. And so that high right there was, I'm looking at my data box. That high right there is 160.98. So when it broke 160.98 out here at 10:05, it was not very high over here. It was down here somewhere. It was not very high over here, so it was down here somewhere. And we're already at, let's see, when it broke the high, we're already 10:10 in the morning. So it's going to be down in this area here, and we could have easily missed it, even though we had some strength on it over here. The one at that time might have shown some momentum, but it's way down the list. And can it climb? Yeah, it can climb, and it did. It did okay. It did good. 290 is good, but the bottom line is you can't trade them all. You can't see them all. And hindsight is 2020. That's a fact. So we'll see. And like I said, I've got to be gone here in probably the next 15 minutes or so. And I'm probably stuck with a $600 loss for the day. So we'll see. Well, I'm pretty sure I am. It's flat. I'm telling you, big gap days are hard to trade. Big gap up and gap down days, they're hard to trade. And probably went too big a share size on the first couple of trades, knowing that it was a big gap up day. So we'll see. That's day trading, y'all. Day trading. STS is the one I lost some money on it, but it's starting to show a little life. The 5 is definitely weak, and we don't want to trade that unless that's getting less negative. Nope, that's getting more negative. That is the buying and selling on the 5-minute. Even though it's showing some life, some momentum, and the price seems to be heading up, that's due to this pace right here. That's a big pace, and that's how fast the offers are being hit, and it's pushing it up. Even though the overall is to the downside. And plus, I did trade it down here in this area. Maybe it was a mistake. I don't know, because sometimes they can catch fire and move straight up. But I did it because these at the top didn't seem to be having any strength and momentum, whereas this did. But I always still try to concentrate on the top 2 or 3 here and the bottom 2 or 3. They're your leading gainers. That's why you do it. They're your leading gainers for the moment. So, but we'll see. Video G is hitting the high of day. So we'll stick it on there and see what happens. It's weak. There's nothing here on the stochastics. And let's see where it ends up. It's ended up right in the middle. It's not, we're not interested. 60 cents above the 30. Can it climb to the top? Sure. Will it? Don't know. Don't have a clue. All right. All right. Throw a couple on there. That's off this little scanner up here in the top right. It has different settings, so we'll see what it looks like. FSLR, showing some momentum, 25 cents off the high. So let's pull it up and look at it. The stochastics are in the 70 and 90, that's weak. 70 and 80, that's weak. So we'll just have to wait and see. ASTX is making new highs, but it has no, ASTS has moved up. See there? I told you it can move up. It's moved up from the middle to to near the top. So maybe we mistimed it a bit. Let's look at it. Because I know it can move. I've seen it move. Getting a little stronger. We've got steepness on the 5. We got steepness on the 1. Well, the 1 just lost its steepness. It's flickering. But I've seen it move really big. So let's look at it. 30 cents off the high, $2 above. Yes, sir, that's not bad. Will it fail again? I don't know, it could. We're not fully strong on either one, but we got momentum. The volume on the 5, let's see, the buying, it's getting less negative, so that means there's buying coming in on the 5. The 1's got great buying. This is less negative, so that means it's buying on the 5. We're a little weak. Our stochastics are a little weak. But now it's number 3. 8 cents off the high.
Order filled.
I'm going to try it and see if it fakes me out again. $2.92 is big numbers on the 1, and it's just getting pushed down. That's what's happening. Still got positive numbers building here, even though it's pulling back. Positive numbers. That pace is killing us right there. Got strong numbers on the 5, or the stochastics are weak. But we got good buying. It's still building on the 5. We got buying on the 1. If that pace would turn green, we'd be better off. I don't like that. 17.4, 17. All right. Let's see if it'll make a little move up. It may fail, but let's see. We lost our momentum. Let's see if it'll come back. The 5 still has momentum and strength. We're 80, 90 on the 5 for stochastics. I look at that. Let's see if it'll move up. We got positive numbers coming in on the 1. And then the effing pace comes in and knocks it down. Still building. 34.6. 34.7. I just went negative. Dang it. Let's see if 1 can pull it, 5 can pull it up. Nope. Even though the 5 was semi-strong, 1 is showing definitely getting popped pretty hard.
Order filled.
Really bad day today, Larry. Bad day. Bad day. All right, we're going to stop right here.